Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Yes, you know that at the Jamaica Young Police channel, it's mostly people who can think critically that tune into the channel. You know, this is, as we said before, this channel is not an entertainment channel. So you know that our viewership, listeners, totally different. As if you don't learn anything by watching this channel, you're at the wrong channel. So to those of you who identify as supporters, activists, are lifetime voters of the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, I have some hard truths to share. If you are capable of critical thought, I invite you to think this message carefully. If not, then I'm afraid that supporters' insight may be lost on you. So here is the reality. The leadership of the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization is so entrenched in corrupt practices and anti-moral stance that they show no fear of divine judgment or respect for God. Let me repeat myself, because most of you don't get it, you know. Well, we are talking the goldfishes then, so that you understand. So here is the reality. The leadership of the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, Baby Chump, Peter Bunting, Dayton Campbell, Patricia, Duncan Sutherland, Isaac, Rear Admiral Buchanan. Yeah man, hey look, most of you don't even know. Because yours truly at Jamaica Young Police channel, at 3 hours where Isaac Buchanan were on it, on this channel. Yeah, so the PNP, them love the Jamaica Young Police channel. Yeah, you understand? Whether or not you want to believe it. So, yeah, them come over here. So, as we tell you before, say the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization is so entrenched in corrupt practices and anti-moral stance. They show no fear of divine judgment. Them no fear God. Yeah, man, the PNP, them no fear nor respect God. That's how dangerous these people are. Them people, no man, are Satan pitting them in, man. So as supporters often emphasize, this organization operates without regard for the sacred principle that most Jamaicans hold dear. But guess what? You have some Jamaicans, you can't give them pies if you drink, you know. And when you give them pies if you drink, you tell them, say, somebody else go dead. And them drink it and sit down there and then them dead. I tell you, yeah man, and that happen with them. Them give them a pies, you know, and tell them. Because you see when you can't think, people are going to think for you. Them tell them, say, yeah, them know say a poison them a drink, you know. And even them brain tell them, say, if you drink the poison, you're going to dead, you know. But, hey, this is how these people think. The PNP criminal organization hierarchy can tell them, say, when you drink the poison, I know you are going to dead, somebody else are going to dead. So just wait for them dead. And you're going to see them drop. Not knowing say them are dead. Although them know, you know, say them are dead, you know. Them ignore the facts. Because them tell them that. Whether or not you want to believe it, I saw them stay. So that's why them are like yours truly, because born and grow in a belly I beast and can't think. No, that is unheard of. So you're a laborite. So only laborite at Jamaica can't think. Just remember that. So as a reporter, I often emphasize this organization operates without regard for the sacred principle that most Jamaicans hold dear. So we have to repeat ourselves, you know, because most, you know, I will say goldfish in like 15 seconds them gone. So let's examine the individuals leading discharge. Yeah man, for disrespect God. Nah, no respect for God. Disrespect God. Mark Baby Trump Golden. A big belly white man from England. Remember, you know? These are the same people, you know, is his ancestors that enslaved our ancestors and rape them in them. And now he might give you the same thing when them used to terrorize. We must say, oh, just hug it up now and just go and work with it. Rear Admiral thing. Isaac Buchanan and Rear Admiral, yeah man. Stammer terror, big Rear Admiral. When I ask you, because I'm all stab all him lover in a prison in America, we tell you that the amount of things that we have to do, you understand what I'm saying? But you know, we are the voice for the voiceless. So then you have Peter, little body, Bunting, Isaac Buchanan, a man with a criminal past. Yeah man, twice convicted court dealer and a Rear Admiral, yeah man. And he's on a controversial agenda. Dr. Dayton Campbell, Patricia, Duncan Sutherland, each of these figures continue to endorse values and behavior that are not morally questionable but actively oppose what many believe to be the foundation of a righteous society. Them knows that Jamaica the criminal's paradise. Satan, hey look here, Satan left Europe under Jamaica right now. That's why I tell you, Satan had, hey, yeah man, Satan live at Jamaica. Whether or not you want to believe it, Satan lived there. So their actions speak volumes about their priorities, which clearly do not include upholding spiritual or ethical values. So now, despite Jamaica's reputation as a country with the most churches per square mile, it's become one of the most troubled societies in the world. This paradox is a direct reflection of the leadership's influence steering the nation down a path that contradicts its own proclaimed faith values. For those of you who identify as Christian and yet align yourself with this PMP criminal LGBTQ plus criminal organization, it's essential to confront the disconnect between what you support politically and what you profess to believe spiritually. A conflict of interest. You can't support the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization and say boy you are praise God. I wish God you are praise. I wish God you are praise. If you say God is what you people want God to be. That's not how it works. And you're going to pay for your sins. So remember what the Bible says about places like Sodom and Gomorrah, which face God's wrath due to widespread wickedness and corruption. Genesis 19, verse 24 to 25, describe how the Lord rained on burning sulfur on Sodom and Gomorrah from the Lord out of the heavens. Thus he overthrew those cities and the entire plan, destroying all those living in the cities. This is a sobering reminder that moral decay invites divine judgment. The PMP LGBTQ plus agenda and its promotion within Jamaica should give every Christian pause as it stands at a stark opposition to the values taught in Scripture. So don't believe that Sodom and Gomorrah is a made-up place. It's a place that exists in Africa, in Syria. Yeah man, before the white man them got there and both say, Middle East. There's nothing Middle or no East. It's all of the wealth where you see the Saudi Arabian and all these people. Them people don't come from there. It's our land. They along with the white people. Yeah, that's why, because they mix with the whites. So them feel them white. And white people help them kill off our ancestors. Just like what happening right now where you see in Israel. All the people them are there fight for it with the Palestinian them. None of them don't come from there. Are black people. That's how we are the people, the Kemets. Yeah man, African people, the burn faces. If you ever see any black person or black people with blue, and most of them never see a real black people, especially in Jamaica. Because I've never seen a black person. The closest you will see black people in Jamaica are the ones that live like St. Thomas. That's our closest. black people are people normally black till them blue. I tell you that blue people are black people them that. So most of us as Jamaican, we mix. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? We mix with European blood because of enslavement. You understand? So those of you who continue to support this PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, despite its troubling alignment, consider the spiritual path you are choosing. Supporting a movement that antithetical to the Creator's teaching is a choice that, according to Scripture, could carry eternal consequences. So those who say, boy, I don't believe in a God and I don't trust God, I don't have no godliness, boy. Because the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal are sure say, oh, they not even have respect for God. So if they don't respect God, why you think them are going to respect you? Because that them I tell you, you know. But because them know so most of you can't think, and them keep disrespecting you. But those who can think will realize that these people, they have no godliness in them. The epitome of evil. Satan live in Jamaica now. But we don't know which part down there Satan compound. But Satan live in Jamaica now. So in life, if you cannot think critically for yourself, others will gladly step in and think for you, often in ways that serve their interests and not yours. So that happens with a lot of people right now on the internet. Like your man, I say, why other video only have certain amount of views. We're not in this thing for views. It's substance, you understand? People love entertainment. Jamaicans, they don't love truth. They don't love facts. They don't like when you open them eyes. Because right now, we don't even see not in the church come out against the PMP criminal organization. Because guess what? Majority of church, the preacher them in Jamaica, them a PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization preacher. Them not and a God them serve. That's why people are turn away from Christianity. Oh, we have the most churches per square mile. And you have a big belly white guy who no born in Jamaica who come out. The only thing white people give we as black people in Jamaica, gangs, that are Michael Manley, gangs, all gangs will destroy life. I know this big belly white guy give away, rear admiral behavior. Nothing constructive, nothing productive, nothing positive them left them impart away. And only just gravitate to it. Michael Manley give away criminality and terrorism, you know. Michael Manley brought gun to my community at Jonestown. Nobody else. You understand? And so it started. So now, this big belly white guy now, from Britain, come now and I give we rear admiral beer and I say, oh, hug up that. No pushback from none of the people them. So anything, that's why we tell us say, they are like sheep. Being led by the shepherd. So they just can walk, carry them right over a cliff. But yet them say them love Jamaica. And them say Jamaica is most homophobic people in the world, which is a big lie. And at them, they were behind it too, you know. The PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, they are the one that tell the world that. Yeah, man. So this is exactly what the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization is doing to those who unquestionably follow its agenda. They see you as passive followers, as sheep, and they know you are like a ship adrift without a rudder, guided only by the forces around you instead of steady moral or intellectual compass. As we say something and people say, oh boy, you're insultive and you know you're too egoist, you're an egoist and you're going too cocky, and we just say it as it is. So there's an old saying, ignorance is bliss. And while it may feel comfortable to ignore uncomfortable truths, it also makes one vulnerable to manipulation. The PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization capitalize on this by pushing narratives and ideology that many simply accept without question, perhaps out of fear of being ostracized or labeled. They take advantage of those who don't pause to analyze or question, leading them down a path that defies not only common sense, but many would argue the natural order. So let's add some context to this issue. Regardless of how forcefully they impose their agenda or how much they try to normalize certain behaviors, some truths remain evident. For example, biologically, the rectum is not a sex organ. This is an anatomical fact. Yeah, man, it's an anatomical fact. Yet we find ourselves in a time where people are not only expected to accept this behavior, but also to celebrate it. Man, I call man and I say, oh boy, happy this, happy that. And if they don't, they are swiftly labeled as homophobic and intolerant. This label has become a convenient tool to silence anyone who questions or disagrees, regardless of whether their opposition is rooted in hate or simply a difference in values. Hey, as I said before, I say again, I'm working on a baddest police named Kirk Palmer. I'm the Rear Admiral, bad, brave. But boy, may I tell you, when I talk about the brave mind, that I one man, may I tell you, yeah, involved in a shooting and people go, go KPH and somebody, and him a search a dead man in pocket, you know, if him find money in it, you know, if you not able to catch him, you know, him thief it from the dead man, you know. And this man was a Rear Admiral, nothing, he never have nothing about him, I tell you. Yeah, man, he get a violent death door, wicked. Save him life, but I just saw it go on them thing there, you know. You understand? Many times, vice versa, but he was a hard worker, but the man, Rear Admiral, man, now nothing about him. I tell him, man, the man I robbed from all the dead. I tell you, man. So, yeah. So the term homophobic has been used to shame and silence and creating a climate where people are afraid to express their honest belief for fear of retribution. But we must ask, when did disagreeing with a lifestyle or questioning an agenda equate to irrational fear or hatred? The static of labeling and ostracizing individuals who think differently is not about inclusivity. It's about control. So when you tell a man, say, boy, to a man, say, oh, you want to be Rear Admiral, you for your business, and if you want to say you're a man and say you're a woman, I for your business, but don't tell me, say, you're a man and me if you say you're a woman. Up is up, and I tell me, say, up is down and down is up. Now tell me that. You keep your madness to yourself. And you understand what I'm saying? So by manipulating the language, the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization and its allies in various sphere create a society where dissent is discouraged and where people are pressured to conform to a singular worldview, often at the expense of their personal beliefs or understanding. So let's be clear. Being cautious or critical of an agenda that contradicts one value does not make you phobic or intolerant. It's a mark of independence and critical thinking to analyze, question, and make personal choices based on one's principle. Those who follow without questioning becoming, as the organization hopes, malleable and easily influenced, sheep led whenever the shepherd wishes. Yeah, man, wherever the shepherd wishes them go. So the choice is ultimately is yours. You can either continue to follow the narrative without thinking critically, or you can stand to understand what aligns with your values and what does not. So there's no shame in questioning, in challenging popular opinion, or in choosing to live by your own compass. So if you're afraid because of the PNP criminal organization thing them, you know what many of you may not realize is that the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization is deeply influenced by powerful foreign interests, particularly those in America. Billionaire George Soros, often referred to as Lord Evil by critics. I mean, a wicked man that if you look on him as a count, hey, not if you used to watch Duppy show, just look at him man eye. Not even scientists are not hearing the Botox and them thing that God makes sure say him look like a dead. The man like a vampire and them eye them. Not even in billions them can make him look like a human being. Soros a man are notorious for his calculated manipulation of global system. He's known for promoting agendas that seem to erode traditional values and destabilize nations under the guise of progress. To Soros, money is everything. He places no values on decency, honesty, faith, or integrity. For him, wealth and control are the ultimate goal. He is relentless in imposing his vision on the world, regardless of the consequences for ordinary people. So most of you are involved in a Rear Admiral behavior. when you go and get some, a phone thing that, as Bounty Killer say, boy man, them licky, but hey, boy, we see some man, I do all kind of things, cause, boy, may I tell you, hey, you understand what I'm saying? So Jamaica, with its challenging economic landscape and long-standing dependence on foreign aid and investment, has become a prime target for this influence. Soros and others like him see an opportunity to exploit the weakness they perceive in Jamaican society. Unfortunately, certain characteristics in the culture, such as the licky, greedy, beggy, constantly asking for handout, and wanga gut, never satisfy mentality, make it easier for outside interest to manipulate and control. This vulnerability to foreign influence is precisely what Soros capitalized on, pouring funds into initiatives and organizations that quietly yet steadily shift the nation away from its foundational values. So that's why he put all money up in the Ghetto University, UWI. Yeah. So the upcoming election, therefore, isn't about choosing one political party over another. It's about whether or not Jamaicans are willing to let foreign agendas reshape the fabric of their society. Soros' influence is felt through the funding streams that bolster candidates and parties willing to follow his agenda. The PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, in particular, has aligned itself with these forces, eager to accept financial backing in exchange for promoting policies and ideologies that are in stark contrast to the traditional conservative values that have long defined Jamaica. Soros and his affiliates know that as long as they keep feeding financial incentives, they can essentially buy influence and policies, changes without any meaningful resistance. Weeks are waiting, because them know that the people them know the core values money. But imagine if all them people they are in a position, many Jamaicans might ask why they should care about who fund the PNP LGBTQ plus movement or influence the political landscape. The answer lies in the long-term consequences. Foreign influence often come with strings attached. Not no free beggy and licky and wanga good people. By aligning with figures like Soros, Jamaica risks becoming a testing ground for a controversial social agenda, policies and cultural shift that do not align with its unique heritage or moral foundation. This is a battle for the soul of the nation, and the stakes are higher than most realize. Jamaica stands at a crossroad. Will it continue to be a nation proud of its independence, its resilience, and its values? Or will it allow itself to be bought piece by piece by foreign interests who see it only as a pawn in a much larger game? Soros and the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization bank on the idea that Jamaicans can easily be swayed by their lower financial incentives, that they can be blinded to the erosion of their culture and faith. The choice lies with the people. This election is not simply about which party win. It is a referendum on the nation's future and value it holds dear. So those of you who think that that these people them care about Jamaican people, them not care because them know that their core supporters, their ideologues, these are people who cannot think. So that's why them think for them. Up to now you don't see no resistance, no backlash on the people them in IPP LGBTQ plus criminal, them just suck it up and ride with it and still as a PMP, even upon YouTube, I say, wow. But yet still we see all ugly stuff I talk about family values. Yeah man, because stinking values they love, you understand, can be bought. So in conclusion, those who cannot think for themselves inevitably allow others to think for them, surrendering their power of choice and becoming passive participants in their own lives. The inability to engage in critical thought makes individuals vulnerable to manipulation, allowing outside forces, whether political organizations, foreign influences, are powerful individuals with their own agenda to shape their beliefs, actions, and even their values. This is a stark reminder that independent thinking is not just a skill, but is a vital safeguard for preserving our cultural identity, moral foundation, and national sovereignty. So them not care about the culture being eroded. Look how we reach in Jamaica. Man, I expose them body. In which they don't know say that is a real admiral behavior. It's an invitation for men who are in prison in the United States of America to tell our next man, say, yes, I am available. And them still ride with it. And we say all artists on stage are doing big sour artists. And man, we not talk the woman there, what's she name? And big old, two big old stubborn woman. But them go up on stage and them not have no baggy or drawers. Yeah man, all them not cock up and I say, wow. But you don't know, as we tell us the music, the Jamaican are not dancehall music, I hear it. Yeah man, that's something from 2000 that gone. I just be a madness now. We're on a culture. All our culture erode. Everything just look foreign. You know, Jamaica, you come like you're in America. You know, some hood. You see man all the way all tear up and dirty brief for sure. Boy, I tell you. I just say that's why enough of them dead still because them can't run. You know, every time man go after them. But hey, that good too, you know. You understand? Yeah. So critical thinking is an armor that protects us from being led astray. So it is a tool that enables us to assess, question, and scrutinize the decision and influence that seek to shape our society. Without it, we risk losing much with our own values and allowing others to dictate what is acceptable, even if it runs counter to the principle you hold dearest. So like for me and them thing, yeah, I don't care what a guy want to do, but don't tell me say what you do. Don't tell me what you want me to think. Me can't think. Me a whole man and them thing there. Yeah, me depend on this earth a long time. So you can't come tell me about say boy, 6 and 9 and 9. You know that. You go with that. In today's world where powerful entities are increasingly pushing agendas that do not align with our national identity, the importance of individual discernment cannot be overstated. Jamaicans must take a hard look at the choices being made on their behalf, examining whether these decisions are truly in their best interest or simply serve the goal of those who view the nation as a pawn in a larger game. Now, more than ever, it is essential for each person to question, to seek knowledge, and to evaluate whether the path being set by others lead towards the Jamaica they envision. Yeah, so if you want to, you know, yeah man, remember back in the days, your Admiral Bailey and them man they talk about them say New York and a man at 42nd Street, and you say, you know, man not do it, and I say, boy, Admiral, be careful, you can't do it. This is America. So it is the future. It is a future that respects our history, uphold our values, and honor our resilience. Or is it a future molded to fit the interests of those who see Jamaica not as a proud and independent nation, but as a means to their own ends? So Jamaica, yeah, we don't have values no more. Jamaica is an American colony without American benefits. I'm telling you a long time. Most of them don't even understand. I want God to reach a point where you celebrate our Thanksgiving and where's something named Halloween. You understand what I'm saying? The responsibility lies with each of us to protect our heritage and shape our future. So by thinking critically, we can make informed choices and honor our past and preserve our legacy for our generation to come. Critical thinking is not just a tool for the individual, it's a cornerstone of a thriving and independent Jamaica. So let us choose to think for ourselves, safeguarding the integrity of our nation and ensure that we remain in control of our destiny. We can't allow foreigners to control our destiny. Because we are Jamaican. We as black people supposed to be in charge of it. If you are a Christian and a PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization supporter, you know, you have two choices. You know, you have to choose between the two. It's either you stop God Church and just ride with the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, or you ditch the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization and God church and just allow them. Because them no respect God, you know. The PMP LGBT plus criminal organization operates with an alarming disregard for moral principles, showing no reverence or fear of God. In every actions and decisions, they demonstrate a mindset entirely detached from the values of faith, humility, and respect for the divine. This absence of spiritual accountability suggests they view themselves as beyond the reach of moral consequences, as if no higher power can hold them responsible for their choices. Such a worldview is not reckless but fundamentally dangerous, as it removes the moral boundaries that traditionally guide individuals and organizations alike. For centuries, belief in God and reverence for his teachings have served us guiding forces in society, shaping cultures and grounding communities in ethical values. Many people look to God as the ultimate authority on what is right and wrong, allowing these teachings to influence their choices and inspire compassion, integrity, and justice. However, the PMP LGBTQ criminal organization rejects these principles, promoting an agenda that stands in contrast, opposition to these timeless values. In doing so, they encourage behaviors and ideologies that undermine the spiritual foundation upon which societies, especially Jamaica, have historically been built. This lack of fear or respect for God's authority is evident in the organization's relentless push for policies and practices that contradict the moral teachings of the faith-based communities they claim to serve. They endorse ideas and lifestyles that disregard traditional values, and they dismiss those who question them as backwards and intolerant. Yet for millions, faith is not simply a set of antiquated rules, but a deeply held conviction that shapes their lives and guides their communities. When an organization refuses to acknowledge this, it shows a profound disconnect from the people it claims to represent, disregarding their beliefs and value in favor of its own agenda. Remember, the Bible warns us of the consequences of such pride and rebellion. Proverbs 9 verse 10 says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. Without this fear, wisdom is lost, and with it, the insight to lead with justice and compassion." Where an organization disregards this fundamental truth, it chooses a path rooted in arrogance and self-interest, leading its followers away from humility and accountability that faith demands. This lack of reverence for God should alarm anyone who values moral clarity and spiritual grounding. If a movement or organization have no respect for divine authority, what principles guide it? If its answer to no higher power, what limits are there to its actions? Without a moral compass, they become a law unto themselves, accountable only to their own desires and ambition. This is a dangerous path, for history has shown us time and time again that when individuals or organizations place themselves above accountability, they pave way for corruption, exploitation, and harm to communities they influence. For those who follow or support the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, it is vital to ask, is this a movement that truly represents your values? Does it reflect your principle or of respect, compassion, and humility that are fundamental to a life of faith? Or is it leading you down a path that diverges from teachings and tradition you hold sacred? To align oneself with an organization that openly defies God's authority is a choice with profound implications. Supporting such movement requires a careful reflection and, the most importantly, the courage to think critically about the path its advocate. Ultimately, a society that does not honor God in its actions, laws, and institutions risks losing its moral foundation, leaving it vulnerable to influence that may not have its best interests at heart. So when you have an organization like the PMP criminal organization that, yeah, disregard God and say, oh, nah man, we are God, you know. Oh, we not, you understand? God is not no ultimate. We are the ultimate. We say that. Because we know say we have a sheep and we are the shepherd. And then the shepherd, the sheep, them can't think. And them just go along. Them tell them, say, hey, the rectum is a sex organ. And then one man I said, no, it's for excretion of waste product that the body refuse. Them say, that's how you are say. We are telling you, say, I say it go. And then you have the sheep, them say, yes, and that where dear leader say, I say it go. Who dare them to offend the dear leader? So now more than ever, it's essential to stand firm in faith, to uphold values that honor God, and to reject any influence that would lead our community astray. So I'm going to tell you right from now, if you are a PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, supporter, activists and voters, yeah, and you still support them, I'm saying no God in you. Not even you don't fear God. So you don't know. I don't even think there's a place in hell for you, because if you look in the Bible, there's no time you hear Satan involved with these kind of behavior. I Satan inform upon them, and tell God, and I saw God send the angel them go down to Sodom and Gomorrah. I Satan go back and tell God, say, hey boy, you have some people down there saying, Sodom and Gomorrah, me I'll go there and me I'll good, I'll lucky, me lucky, me have to run, I Satan tell God that, if me couldn't run, boy, them would have mashed me up, because some depraved people them down there, And so God I said, we cannot deal with them. See, my Satan, was God most intelligent angel in heaven. If you listen to the Buju Banton, 3 hour commentary when time him get him visa. See him George Soros. You will hear all of them things and learn from it. Yeah man, I tell you. I see it and go and tell God say the rear admiral them down there and them I go out something and them go off of Satan. And Satan say, boy, I chew my hair rolling up, me get to it. So you can't say, hey, Satan not evil or nothing to do with them. So have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.